People are tired,
Yeah.
tired
Yeah.
Big brother.
in general, and this is a little stressful day for people because
Yeah, I know for sure.
but it's like you know, it is what it is. I
Big
can't
brother.
control that, and it is what it is.
That's true.
So I just deal with it when it comes. But I'm telling you from my heart that there was not trying to stir up anything in
know.
that room.
I
I
don't
just
think
want you to know that.
Let's go talk over here. Come.
Okay.
Let's go
I just
sit.
want let's
Right
sit in
there.
this corner.
Okay. Let's go sit. Yeah, let's go sit over here.
Where that all started yesterday. You sit with your back like that.
You know what it is?
What
This
is
is what I think. I feel
Okay.
like everybody else here
Yeah.
has somebody to relate to, and you don't have that. It's
No.
not fair. You're here
I
alone.
don't.
You're the oldest one here.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bruno and I are parents, but we're in a different age bracket, and
Yes.
it feels different for
Yes.
you. And everybody has somebody that. Like I've lost it on Netta, and she forgave me right away because she understands me right away.
Yeah.
She understands me. She
Yeah.
gets me because we're. If you lose it on somebody, you don't have anyone who's like
No one.
that you could relate to.
No.
And I feel like that's the hardest part for you in
Oh,
this game.
completely.
And I get
Oh,
it, you know?
100%.
And so I understand.
Well, and because you think that you have people, and then they turn on you, and
I
so
know.
you're like, "Oh my God,
I
I
know.
thought I had them."
But I don't want you to feel alone or
Mm.
by yourself at all. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. Like, you know, it's easier being in this house and having a good time. You came here for
Totally.
you came here for an
The
experience.
experience,
And you want
totally.
to enjoy that experience.
100%. I really do.
I know.
Living the dream.
This isn't enjoying it when you're by yourself.
All the time.
I know. I know. Okay?
I know, but that just makes me sad. See, I wasn't sad, but I am an emotional person
I know.
like that.
It's okay. I know. I know how it is. It's okay.
You know what I mean?
It's okay. It's okay. All right?
And it's easy because also when you are the older person, it's easy to be like how you go off on your parents.
Yes.
And that's how I feel.
Yes.
And I just, that's why I just don't keep it up. I just go. And that's like for those 2 days with Cindy and you.
Yeah.
I just stayed in the HOH room
Yeah.
because I'm like, a mom
Yeah.
doesn't keep stirring it up.
Yeah.
And doesn't go and keep talking about it. And just like with dealing with kids, just got to let it go. And the same thing. Absolutely everybody is allowed to have their own feelings, but I will tell you 100%, I did not do anything just now to instigate this or do anything.
And I
know
get
it
it.
looks like, well, maybe you're right. I am harsh
I know.
because of how I am.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
all
comes
you are.
off where women cannot, you know, it's very, like you said, you know, get the back up offensive. Think, you know, and also because of women, the way women treat each other, it's like, oh, you're doing this when you're really not. But the problem is, and I know this, is that, you know, she's scared, afraid, doesn't want some target on her, but I haven't even said her name or said anything to Dimitri. I was just saying I really still didn't know what happened. She's like,
I
oh,
know.
you want me to tell you? And I'm
No, I
like,
know.
yes. So it wasn't like that. And it might not look like that's how it is, but that is how it is.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to live in this house
It is, Karen.
because I have a lot of people on the outside. And it's like, you're trying to function with young people. That
It's hard. You're
emotions,
in a tough position. I get it.
emotions, and the parent they go off on, and it's like, you know, other kids understand other kids, but it's like I just want to remove myself from it because it's just like I did. Like I said, I'm not going to keep, like Cindy and you did. I didn't talk to you guys for 24, 30 hours. But not, not like tried to.
No,
I
I
talked to you
know,
about
I
the
know,
stir
I know,
fryer.
I know.
Talked to you a little bit about when you were cooking and said, you know, what are you making or whatever. I mean, try to be like, you know,
Cordial,
functioning
cordial,
or,
yeah.
you know, not to be like, I'm not going to be like, you know, daggers and fight. And even these boys, I'm hurt, totally hurt by it, but I'm not going, like Dimitri, I respect that he's doing what he wants, and that's fine. And everybody has to play their game and do their piece, and I'll just live with what happens.
I just feel like this is just as much your house too, and I feel like when you were HOH, we're all
Why
in
do you
your
feel
room.
like this right now? Because everybody's talking about me. Why are you saying this to me?
No, because I see you sitting by yourself,
Oh,
and I'm like, why?
okay.
And I don't want you to feel isolated. I don't want you to feel alone. And I was just thinking to myself, do you feel alone? And maybe I
Oh,
should,
I
maybe I
totally
should have
do.
asked you instead of assuming.
Even yesterday, that's why when that was all going on, I wanted to help him, but then I didn't think I, as the HOH, should go up there and get in the middle of it. And I thought, you know, whatever happens will happen. The kind of same thing I think today is like, whatever happens, happens. I can't control it to that point. But also, it is hard to be, like, I wanted to have at least one person, and I told them this coming in. I just need one solid person.
Believe in you.
One
and that
solid.
You believe in. Yeah. No, I get it.
And when you don't have that,
It's hard.
it's totally hard.
I know.
And it's like, you know, and I honestly, I am living what I wanted to with this house. And whatever happens, happens. I truly believe that because you can't take back the experience I've already had or lived. And I know you're worried about, like, and Bruce was worried as well, what people are going to say. Because you know, because you have lived through this, what people are going to say and how I'm going to come off as
I
the
don't
bitch.
want you to look bad.
But I already will, and I knew that coming into it. But it's like, these people aren't gonna, those people on the outside don't mean anything to me. The people that mean something are Bruce, Hunter Cole Shane, my dad, my brother, you know, my
Like
family,
people who will accept
and
you
the rest,
anyway.
and the rest, and the ones that really know me know how I am. And so I do appreciate, and like you are constantly reminding me of that in here because you have that firsthand experience. And it's like, that's why the first day when it happened with Cindy, I cried and I felt so bad because I thought, and the feeds weren't up, and I thought, I was going to be so embarrassed for my family to hurt them. I don't care what the rest of the world says.
Yeah, you're messing with your family. I know.
You know what I mean? And I don't want them to be targeted and say, oh my God, did you see your mom? Because they can spin it any way they want. If they don't tell the whole story about how we started the dum-dum thing, about the head being cut off and the picture getting sent and then us walking out doing that, that's how that term came, then it'll get blown up into something else. I understand that, and I really appreciated when you said in the kitchen that. And then he came up to my bedroom, just me and him by myself, and I totally broke down and said, I don't want to embarrass your family or say that to you. And like, you know what I mean? Because as a kid, like, that would be very hurtful for, you know, his family.
Yeah, and that's all I meant. That's it.
And I get that. And I really appreciate that I have somebody that
didn't
I
mean
feel
to,
like
I don't wanna
that
offend
says,
you or
you
anything.
didn't though. You saw that I was like, you know what, you're right. Like, thank you, because it is going to look bad. And my husband said to me, what's it going to be like? I go, well, you know how it's going to look, because he knows how I am. How is it going to look? But the thing is you can't look anything other than you are. And like, when you go along in life, you learn about the people that come into your life that try to use you or get stuff from you. And when they can't anymore, you know, they're done with you. And so I've pretty much just eliminated that. So it doesn't happen in my life because I'm 53 years old and it's like, they don't mean anything. You know what I mean? But at 23 or 33, not necessarily people understand and know that, and yes, you can tell that I am still a sensitive person. Like, even though I'm as tough as nails,
everybody has
I
it.
have this,
I know.
if you bring up my family or you bring up something that's going to hurt,
Yeah.
you know, I do go and go, oh, the waterworks, because that is who I am. But people that really know me know that about me. They go, you know what, she is a really loyal friend. She is really sensitive. And she
I
does
believe
really
you're all
care
those
about
things.
people.
I believe you in real life. You are a loyal friend. That you'll stand up for your
But
friends.
I haven't
and you're a
not
good
been
mom.
loyal in here, have
No.
I?
My problem is, take the game outside of it. Whatever you say, I just don't want to look at anybody
I know.
in this house sitting by themselves, feeling like they don't fit in and feeling alone. I don't want you to feel that way at all. And
see,
I don't want to
that's what-
contribute to you feeling that
That's
way.
what makes me cry, is that you saying that, because there's very few women and you know this, that really genuinely care about you and that get to know the person that you are. But I have, like, luckily, about 10 to 12 of those solid women that I've gained throughout my life that say, you know, certain ones will be like, oh, I hate her, I hate that bitch. And then the ones will be like, you know what, that's not the person I know, and they would die for me.
Yeah.
And so that you can see that there is a glimmer of
I
that
know. I can't.
just makes me like,
Do you think nobody here?
because you're judged the same way.
I
I know you are,
I
especially
know.
because you are a beautiful, bright
you.
woman who's got it going on, and you're hot as hell, and you just got so much sass, and you're strong, and women love to hate on that. They do. And you know, men bitch at you and think, oh, you know, she's bitchy or whatever, but it's like, you know what, there's that one person that you want it. If you, there's a Bruce out there if you want him.
There's the
you,
Bruce. Yeah, there's a.
If
he
you
found your
want him
Bruce.
to, he's out there. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm just saying, I know the hate that you must assume, because you are still a very young, beautiful, beautiful woman, and they love to come at you and just hate you for existing, not even opening your mouth. Just because you exist. And I'm not like that. I
don't think you're like
appreciate my friends, big or small, whatever, I appreciate their heart.
Yeah.
They look me in the face, and I know that they're like that. And I know that I completely misread you on your season.
That's okay.
Be-
a lot of
but-
people do. It's okay.
But you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I didn't get to know the person.
That's okay.
But that's what people aren't going to get to know me. They're just going to see the bitch version. But if you would have known the stuff that they were having me say, I'm set up to be the villain anyway, and I'm fine with that.
And this is the thing. This is the thing. You being here and everything like that, and how you play the game, that is absolutely okay. Everyone loves a good villain, Karen. You know that.
I do.
I just don't want you to be here and feel alone.
Okay.
And
I appreciate
and that's
that.
it. And yeah, like nobody's saying anything. I just looked down and I've been seeing you for the whole day, just off by yourself in the bathroom. I thought there was somebody in the toilet waiting for to come out to sit with you. And you're down here by yourself. You're doing all the towels by yourself. I don't want to be in a house and contribute to you.
But you
feeling
know
alone.
that I am going to fight to be here, regardless. That I have everyone in here hates me.
I don't
It's
hate
about,
you, Karen.
but
I
I'm just
swear
saying,
to God, I don't
but
hate
I'm
you.
just saying, it's about me living this dream, and that I'm with the 8 of you.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how epic. Like, when I said that couple days that I would rather, you know, fall with giants than lie with ants, I mean that.
Yeah.
Like, this is an experience that I mean, I can't even explain to you how I feel. Epic. As a fan
know.
of this show,
Oh, for
to
sure.
have the 8 of you in here,
Oh, thank you, Karen.
good
I
or
appreciate
bad,
that.
however it works out, and like the cat fighting, the bullshit, you know, it is a test of everything.
No, it is.
But I am up for the challenge, and I told them, you know, before, you will see this. I will be, you know, one way, and then I'll be like this, like, because my heart gets to me.
Yeah. No,
And
it does.
that's why Bruce wrote that letter, and he said, I just don't want you to get hurt, because he knows how bad I get hurt. But I'm like, it's okay.
Because you know what it is, you are tough. I know you are.
Tough as nails. If
Tough,
you
but
on
the
the
toughest person
outside,
still doesn't
on
deserve
the
to be alone.
outside, when I tell you other stories, when we're out of here, it's like you can bend people far, but it's, do they break? And I've been bent, and we've been bent, meaning my husband and I, and we didn't break. And that's the true test of loyalty for people. And you know, this is going to be like this continuously, because it's constantly high and low. But it's because of the game. People have to have constant enemies, so that somebody can always go out the door. And as a fan, I know that, and so it's like, okay, bring it on, because you know what I mean? I'm not crying because of that. I'm crying because someone says, I don't want you to be by yourself. That means more to me than
Yeah, I
targeting
know.
me.
No,
Targeting
yeah.
me thinks, well, damn straight, you better target me because I plan on cleaning the house. I hope you target me. Like, I didn't come in here, and that's why I came in right out of the gate and shook it up.
I know. You did.
And they,
The first
and you know
woman
what?
in
I
history.
think they wanted, somebody to come in and say, I'm not going to just play the safe game.
No,
I'm
and you
going to
didn't.
put it all on the line. And so when I go out, if I go out
You have no
before,
regrets.
I don't have any regrets. And I think, I don't care. Hate me all you want. I played my game the best that I can. And honestly, the truest to who I am. And if people don't like that about me, I don't care because they're not ever going to be in my life anyway.
Yeah.
And like people said to me, they will hate you, hate you, hate you, and you will be the biggest villain. And then you walk out and they'll be like, that's Karen from Big Brother. Can we have a selfie with you?
It's
We
true.
hated you.
It's true.
And I'll be like, well, if you hated me, I'm not giving you a selfie.
You will give a selfie, Karen. I bet you will. I bet you will
If
give
you
that
hated
selfie.
me, I don't think, I said I might really turn up the bitch then. Because it's like, honestly,
Yeah.
you don't
I
know.
know.
When people start attacking me in real life, like, I could go off. And I haven't gone off in here. Like, I haven't. I have kept the lid on the temperament. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I'm not even saying that like I'm threatening like I want to. I think
You're just
I'm
letting me
already
know.
bad enough.
Yes.
But I don't need to blow the fucking lid off.
Yeah, no, I know. I just don't want to look down and see you by yourself there, see you by yourself here. I don't want to do that. Like, I want to hang out
Quit
with you.
saying that because that's what makes me sad.
Okay, I won't say that anymore.
It makes me sad because that's what'll hurt my kids and my husband.
Okay.
Is because they'll be like, Mom's struggling. We knew she was going to because they know what a loner I am in real life. Like, not with I'm not talking about them, but like outside of that. But then, like, I have my friend in Ottawa. I have my friend in Calgary. I have my friends in the States.
Yeah.
And they have my back.
Yeah.
And like, I can see down the road, like, I go be one of those friends. Like, no, you know what? This is a strong woman. And appreciate who that they are. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like very seldom in your life do you collect those treasures. And I never let go of those treasures once I collect them. And I've had some of them for, since I've been in first grade.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's a testament. That shows your character as a person.
So
listen, some people will see me and they're like, I don't even know how she has friends, but I have the most loyal friends.
Exactly.
Like, you don't know the kind of friends. I go hard for my friends.
And so do I.
Yeah.
And so do I. And like I said, they'd take a bullet for me and I'd take one for them.
That's true.
And I do appreciate that. And like, I know that my husband is just completely losing it right now. Like, I knew this was going to happen. And like, how is she dealing with it? And I'm sure there's a lot of hate on the outside. And so he's going to be freaking out. Like, she's going to be so injured when she gets out because but it's like, I knew going into it.
Yeah.
And now that all 8 of you are here, it is an epic opportunity for me to play in this game so much with you guys. And I'm not going to have
as a fan, I would blow my mind.
I mean, blow my mind to have 8 good vets come in and then somebody like me that was being like, okay, I don't really know where I am on any given day, but I'm just going to keep gunning for it.
Yeah, you just you're a fighter. You don't give up. You just keep
and
going
so,
and going.
That's one thing Bruce always says, like persistency and tenacity. There's not a lot of people that have those characters that no matter what hits them, they'll just keep going.
Yeah.
But sometimes also when you're in close quarters like this and the backyard's not open up, I'm not.
It drives you crazy.
When that happened and she started yelling at me, I thought, that's it. And I don't chase after people. And it's like, I'll just keep my distance the same as I did because it's like having kids. I'm not going to stir it up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be like, IKA, you need to feel sorry for me and please.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know me. Do I feel sorry for anybody?
But
if I feel
But you know what I'm saying.
sorry for you in a way,
You
it's
know what
because
I'm saying.
Karen.
Because you have a heart.
Yeah.
It's because you have a heart.
But I don't
it's
wanna
no
say. Anyway,
other
can I tell you,
than that.
when I was
how I would have thought of all the people that I knew that walked in this house.
It would have been me sitting here with you right now. I know.
It's like, okay, that alone is like, hold on a second. Did they say Ika Wong and Karen Singbio? really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I
Funny,
mean?
Karen, yeah.
And not that it's not going to twist and turn.
It will twist and turn.
And-
We'll have our ups and downs, but I want you to know
Exactly.
we have our ups and downs. But and I'm a loyal person, Karen. If I give
So
you my
am
word,
I.
Karen, I'm not changing it.
IKA.
And I gave that guy my word,
IKA.
and I didn't change it.
IKA.
I'm not doing that.
I
That's
know.
not how I want to play
and,
this game.
and you know what? That's so like that.
I might be a
alone,
little bit. I have my
epic.
demons, but I have.
we all do.
Yeah, but I have.
We
I have
all
my
do.
good side
It's
too,
just
you
here's
know?
the difference. We acknowledge them
Yeah, and other.
and
people
admit
won't.
it, and
Yeah,
other
it's
people
true.
won't, and
Yeah.
be like, oh, and play the victim. But
Yeah.
we know our
Oh, yeah.
faults, and go, yeah, you know what? You're right. I am,
Yeah,
and I appreciate that.
yeah.
I really do. So thank you.
Oh my God, man, it's okay. It's okay. I know how. When I was on my season, when I was going home,
Oh, right.
no one would talk to me. They'd let me sit alone. No
I
one would
know.
talk to me. I only had this one guy.
Who?
His name was Adele.
Oh, yeah. I like Delhi.
He would wake up with me in the mornings, sit with me while I do my hair, sit with me while I eat
Nice.
breakfast, and he was a half-nut. Sit with me while I make breakfast, stay up with me late. When I went to sleep, that's when he would go to sleep. If he was not there, I don't.
You would have gone mental.
I would feel so alone.
And
like,
yeah,
it's hard. I'm
exactly.
a tough person, but that hurts.
Totally.
You know what I mean? It's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like when everybody in the house treats you like you're a plague, it's just like, oh my God, it's just so uncomfortable.
It's like when like 3 days ago, when I'd walk into a room and everybody would leave or Mark would leave, and Mark was, you know, saying lots of stuff. It was so uncomfortable for
yeah,
me.
it's uncomfortable.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable. It's like, please open the backyard. It's just,
Yeah,
it's so uncomfortable.
It's
It's like
uncomfortable.
so hard to be around.
it is. It's uncomfortable. But you don't. But you're not. You're
No,
not
I'm-
alone here. We're
I'm
we're
not-
a little dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
I promise you.
And
you're not alone here. We'll fight 1 minute,
Yeah.
Karen, and we'll be having
And
fun
that's
the
how I
next
feel
minute.
like my kids is like, you know,
Yeah.
you get in to go, Mom, you know, stop it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, and they're just aggravated. I told you, my son, 2 days before I left, and he and I, of course, didn't know
Yeah.
I was leaving, but I knew there was a chance, but not really knowing what was going on, like knowing that it was down to the wire. They had
Yeah.
to be making decisions.
Yeah.
We went out to dinner and he wouldn't even talk to me. He was angry when he got in the car, and Bruce and him had this nice conversation, and Bruce didn't bring it up because he knew I would just start bawling because
Yeah.
I had it, and Bruce goes, I couldn't dare say anything because I knew, and then he left, and now he's moved to the U.S. So that's the
And you
stuff.
still have that with you.
And I haven't even been able to talk to him. So now he Skypes in, and I'm like, hi, Coley, I love you.
Yeah.
And he's like thinking he sees me, and he's like, oh, Mama. Like, because, you know, even I'm still their mom, and they still
Yeah.
love me, but it's
Yeah.
like, I know they're saying, keep fighting, Mom.
Yeah, 100%.
Keep fighting.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what they're doing or saying
Yeah.
behind your back. Like,
Yeah.
when I get out of the house, Bruce will tell me, like, you thought this one, like before I watch the show. And it's like, but I know they're all saying,
Yeah.
keep fighting.
Yeah, no, they are. They are. They're all saying it, I promise. They're all
Right?
You know, they all want you to win. They want you to have a good time.
I think also that they know me well enough to know that how my attitude is, that if I just hope the haters don't attack them. I don't care if they hate me.
Yeah.
Don't attack my husband and my kids.
If they're not on social media, they can't get to them.
Okay.
You know, like if they're on social media and they're maybe tweeting about
No,
you
they
or
don't
something,
tweet.
then they can't.
They won't tweet. They have accounts that they don't even use
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
And they don't have Facebook. They
Yeah.
don't like Facebook.
Yeah. Then trust me, you're.
Okay.
I know. I told my family to stay off social media as well because they.
Right, because it
I was
does. And
contemplating
Bruce
giving my
isn't
password
in
or not,
social
but
media
yeah.
as
But I was
well.
like, you know what? No, because there are people will say mean things about me, and I don't want my family seeing that.
No, exactly. And your kids especially, and your
Yeah,
husband. It's
I
like,
prefer
no.
for them to stay off. It's okay.
Totally.
Yeah, I could handle it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No.
You know?
And you know what? And I do. I mean, you know, of course you're a human. It bothers you, but then at the end of the day,
Trust me,
You know
you
what?
get used to
You
it.
know what the doctor said to me before? He said, one thing you do, because he talked to me. He said, you know, you have to not care what they and think, what do these people mean in my life? And the answer is always nothing.
It's true.
And he
It's
said,
true.
then let it go.
You let it go. You have to
Just
let it go.
let
It's
it
true.
go
Let it
and
go.
don't even give it one
No, it's
bit
true.
of iota of
100%.
energy
It's
or
true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
no,
I
it's
was
true.
like, okay, that's what I'm going to work on in here because you have to. And you could like go two ways. You could try to stir it up and go and like, confront. But I'm like, no, after I'm not going to do that. And I haven't so far.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with you, Cindy, her, I'm not going to keep, no.
There's not, because
It's not
honestly,
worth it.
once you, I think what kind of people that we are is once you get it out of your system, you're done. Mm-hmm. Right? I got it off my system. I apologize if I was a little bit aggressive.
Yep.
You got things off your chest
Yep.
to Cindy.
Yep.
I'm sure if you apologize for that, you're a little bit aggressive. But once you've done it, it's like, okay, fine.
Totally.
Can we be friends again? Can we just move on?
Yeah.
We're fine. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But some people are just like, no, like you just yelled at me, so no, I don't want to be your friend anymore.
Exactly.
You don't. When you reach to a certain age, there are people who are just like, okay, fine, she yelled. I'll see her in 2 minutes. It's okay, who cares?
Yeah,
I'll let
she'll
her
be
cool off
over
in an
it.
hour.
Yeah.
I'll give her 3 hours and she'll
Exactly.
come back. But with people that you don't know and like this, you yell, then you're
Oh,
like,
now it's
and they ignore
uncomfortable.
you, type thing, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But this is the second time she's done this to me. Though, just this isn't the first time. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
she was on Mark's side a lot, and so
Yeah.
you know.